Hey guys, it's Teehee Haha here, coming at you with a little AHK script tutorial on making a hotkey that's going to apply your poisons to all your weapons for you. So basically, what we're going to do is get started. So first, we're going to create a folder to put our script in. I created one on my desktop called New Nightshade, and I put the macro maker program in this folder because I'm going to create a new script and make some macros to show you what your script's going to look like. So to get started, we're going to open our folder, we're going to click View, and we're going to make sure File Name Extensions has a check. After that's done, we're going to right click, New, Text Document. We're going to erase all that, and we're going to name it something like Nightshade Info. I'm just going to name it myscript.ahk. Enter. If you change the file name, the file might become unusable. Are you sure? Yes. And it changed it to a red H. We're going to right click. We're going to click that file and right click on it. You're going to do edit script or edit with notepad or whatever your text editor is. I'm going to click edit with notepad++ because that's my text editor that I prefer to use. Alright, so this is our script. It is completely blank. So we're going to run the macro maker to build some styles for it real quick. So before we build any styles, we're going to click useful code, and we're going to copy this line up here. If when active AHK underscore class DAOC MWC. We're going to copy this, and we're going to put it at the top of our script. And basically what this one line is going to do is anything below this is only going to work if DAOC is open. So say you tab out and you're typing in Discord, none of these keys are going to function like they would if DAOC is open. They're going to function normally. So this is very key in making sure you're not like spamming stuff up when you're tabbed out of game, or if you forget to close your script and you're browsing the internet or something and you're trying to type in a web address, it's not going to spam all kinds of funky keys and stuff. So after we copied that, we can close it. Now we're going to go back to the game and the macro maker. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to bind Diamondback to my anytimes. So activation key is going to be Diamondback, which is 3, and then my anytime and anytime follow up, I have Q bound back here on bar 10. Garrote's F1, Achilles heel is F2. So macro maker anytime's F1 for Garrote, anytime follow up F2 for Achilles heel. Generate. I'm going to select the code, copy it, paste it into the notepad. I'm going to push enter. I'm going to do the next style, which is going to be the hamstring chain. So I've got leaper on 4 for my activation. So activation's 4, anytime's F1 for Garrote, F2 for Achilles heel, and then hamstring is bound back here to F3. So positional is F3, generate, copy that, toss it into your notepad. So there's my styles, basically there. Now we're going to add the part where you can exit the macro maker. So now we're going to add the poison swap part. So you'll go over to the Discord or check my website. It'll be on both. The link will be in the description below. If you're in the Discord, you already have seen it. So what we're going to do is you'll find where it says script 1. You will copy all of it in its entirety. Right click, copy, paste. Alright, you'll scroll up till you see poisons equals 1. You want to highlight it, cut, and move it to the very first line. So right before your if when active AHK underscore class DAOC, you want poisons 1 to be above that. Now, right here is where you're going to set the key that you want to trigger this. You want this to be a key that you're not going to accidentally hit in combat, because it will disable your mouse from moving while it's dragging and dropping your weapons to ensure that it doesn't accidentally drop one on the ground. So, you want to make sure it's a key that you do not accidentally hit while in combat, or you're going to end up throwing weapons all around the screen and probably dying. So, step 1, we're going to go back to the Discord, find script 2, highlight that, right click, copy, back to your folder, right click, new text document, and we're going to name this one position.ahk. This file may become unusable, yes. Right click, either edit script or edit with notepad++ or whatever your text editor is. paste that script, click save, exit that script. Then you're going to right click, run as admin on position, and click yes. It's going to open up this lovely box right here called Position Finder. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up our script. And the first value we need to find is the X value of bag. So what bags are these right here. This is bag 1, this is bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, bag 5. You want to pick the bag that your weapons are in. My weapons are in bag 5. So I'm going to hover over bag 5, push F1. You want it to be kind of in the center of the icon as best as you can get. Push 1. It's going to tell you X is 1744, Y is 439. We'll go to our script. X value of bag 1744. After you put in these values, you want to make sure that there is a space between the last digit and the semicolon, or your script's going to error out. So make sure there is a space. Y value of bag 439. So 439. Make sure there's a space. All right, now we're going to find the value of the slot. Each where the item is considered a slot. So you want to hover over your icon, and you want to try to get in the center and push F1. Alright, so we go back to our script now, and it wants the X value. So the X value is going to be 1584. Now then it needs the Y value of poison 1. So poison 1 is going to be Lifebane. For me, it can be anything you want. It can be your disease, or it can be crippling, whatever poisons you're using. You're going to hover over it, push F1, go back to your script, and ask for the Y value, 328. So 328. You're going to put a space. And then now it's asking for poison 2. So you're going to hover over poison 2, push F1. That one's 347. So you'll put 347. Now then you're going to scroll down till you see weapon 1, add Y value here. Like I said, make sure between your digits you have a space where it's going to error out. So I just added that space there. So now we need to find the Y position of weapon 1. So the first weapon that I want to be poisoned with Lifebane is going to be this bottom rapier right here. So I'm going to hover over it, press F1, go back to my script. It tells me F1's 447. So I will put 447 space. Then we go down to where it says weapon 2, add Y value here. So we will hover over the second poison, or the second weapon, the second weapon that will be poisoned with Lifebane. Push F1. Y is 413, so we'll go back to the script. 413. Make sure to add your space. We'll scroll down. Weapon 3. The third weapon is this rapier right here. We'll hover over it, push F1, 380. So we will type 380 space. Now then, this is going to be your second set of poisons, so poison 2. So anything that's being poisoned with the second set of poisons, which for me are my offhands. So it wants the position of the first offhanded venom, which is this vine wrapped piercer, F1. So 431. So we'll type 431 to make sure there's a space. The second weapon to be poisoned is this vine wrapped ripper here, or vine wrapped piercer, F1, 397, 397. And then the third weapon is going to be this one, so we'll hover over it, F1, 363. Alright, so that's all that's done for configuration. Very key to note. Whenever you push the hotkey to activate this, it will disable your mouse. Sometimes it can bug out. So if your mouse stops working, that's what this piece of code right down here does. F12 reload. You can change this to any key you want. What it does is it'll reload your script. So anything that your script is stopping, for example, if it's stopping the mouse from moving, it'll re-enable that. So if for some reason your mouse stops, F12 to reload. You can change this to anything you want. You want it to be a key that you're not going to hit by mistake, so I made mine F12. You can make it whatever you want. So, and like I said, the activation key for this is F11. We're going to save, and as long as we did everything right, we make sure that there's spaces between the semicolons or it's going to error out. And all that looks good. I don't see any. I did make sure. Okay. You'll click save. You will exit the position finder. Now you'll go back to your new Nightshade script or folder. Right click on your script, run as administrator. Yes. So our script is now running. So whenever I'm going to enable the onboard keyboard, if I can find it. That way you guys can see me type. Alright, so when I push keys, you'll see that they're lighting up. WASD, you can see they're lighting up green. So whenever I push F11, it'll light up green and you'll see that it starts poisoning. So here we go. I'm going to push F11. I'm going to push F11 again, F11 again, F11, F11, F11. So as you can see, by pushing F11, the first time I pushed it, it envenomed that one. The second one, it envenomed that one. The third one, it envenomed this one. The fourth one, it went to the innervating poison, that one, innervating poison, that one, innervating poison, that one. So I do have multiple bags with poisons in it. So what you would essentially do is that same process. You would just copy this and change those numbers like we did and make it a separate activation key. So we could do F10 and change these values. So F11 would poison all these in this bag. F10 would poison all of these in this bag. I know it seems pretty complicated, so like I said, make sure you're in the Discord, ask questions. I'll help you the best I can. Hopefully this tutorial helps you out. And that really is about it.